Hello and welcome to CoinKit, a tipping of future presented by Block Curators GmbH. I'm Oliver Ziegler, I'm the CEO of Block Curators GmbH and the founder of CoinKit. I'm 28 years old and I'm from Germany. Besides, my co-speaker is Christian Ziegler. He's the CTO of Block Curators and the co-founder of CoinKit. We would like to introduce you today to CoinKit, and this is our agenda. First of all, what is CoinKit? A little overview. Then the idea behind CoinKit, where it all comes from basically. The beginnings, what we did at the start and how did we get CoinKit going and building our product. The problems we are solving on the way and the struggles and hurdles we had. The technology and the future of CoinKit. First of all, I would like to start with what is CoinKit, the general idea about it, and what is this product all about. CoinKit is a multi-platform cryptocurrency tip bot. What is that? We are leverage several platforms to use our tip bot to transfer cryptocurrencies from one user to another via chips. So we utilize these platforms at the current point, which are Slack, Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. Our first one was Slack, and our most recent one is Twitter. Twitter is by far our biggest integration and has the most users and the most monthly tips. Then our unique key point is that CoinKit is an on-chain tipping solution. That means we are really utilizing the blockchain technology and not only doing database tipping or changing values in our database. Each coin that is integrated into CoinKit will be transferred over the actual blockchain with a core wallet or node. So yes, that's a unique feature, and there are a lot of tip bots out there, but nearly none of them really utilize the blockchain. So that's why we approached this solution. As said, we are hosting multiple cryptocurrencies, so one tip bot for multiple cryptos. That was a key point for us, as we saw that there are tip bots on Twitter or Discord or Telegram, but they mostly only supported one cryptocurrency, as well as were only for one platform. So we wanted to build a product which serves this all together. So multiple currencies on multiple platforms within one product. So right now we have 12 cryptocurrencies implemented, as well as Bitcoin with its Lightning technology. So CoinKit can be used with Bitcoin Lightning, with deposits and withdrawals as well as tipping. On our way with CoinKit, we elaborated CoinKit as a social media marketing tool. We invented the monetized tweet as well as automated giveaways. So let me explain to you what a monetized tweet means. It's like you're setting up a tweet on Twitter, including a CoinKit tag with a command line, which activates the tweet for tweet monetization. It means that on default, when a user retweets, he instantly gets a reward. So you can set a specific coin a user gets for his retweet. So we have set it that way that if the user retweets, he gets instantly a reward. That way you have organic interactions or people competing to getting the coins for retweeting your tweet, which brings enormous reach on Twitter. So the next point was automated giveaways. We see that lots of people doing giveaways on Twitter, which are kind of famous, and we just thought let's do a provable fair mechanism for all users, because it's important that the giveaway is legit and will be drawn at some point. So we set CoinKit as an intermediary in place, so you can use CoinKit to set up your giveaway, and every user will know it's legit if CoinKit posts below. And CoinKit will automatically draw the users, set on some rules, and the winners will instantly get their coins. So it's a tool to leverage your social reach, basically. Next up, I want to display some numbers of ours. So we have about 40k active users per month, which do about 3 million interactions with CoinKit via statuses, DMs, or tips, as well as 200k on-chain transactions on average. A few days ago, we reached our milestone with the 1 millionth on-chain tip, which was a big milestone for us as we propagated in about 1.5 years more than 1 million tips across our user base. So that leads me to the idea behind CoinKit. We wanted to build a product which is easily understandable and easy usable. So no registration is needed in first place. You just need an account on a certain platform like a Twitter account, and you can interact instantly with CoinKit via DMs. No addresses are needed, which are mostly a huge hassle for new people joining crypto because it can be overwhelming, and tipping to addresses isn't that comfortable. We try to make it easy understandable. We have a huge wiki which explains every feature and every command in detail, and we kept it similar across all platforms. So if you know the commands for Discord, you will most likely know them for Slack, Twitter, and Telegram. And our zero fee policy, we like to have the user pay not any fees except the on-chain transaction fees, so CoinKit doesn't take any fees from its end users. And as I said, it's set up within seconds. You just need to interact with CoinKit on any social platform, and you're ready to go, basically. As said, we wanted to connect platforms and connect communities with one bot, which is CoinKit. Connecting the social channels is kind of difficult in first place, or it was until now, because you had one bot like for Slack and one bot for Telegram and one bot for Twitter, which didn't have the coin you tipping on Twitter, on Telegram, or vice versa. So we try to build a product which utilizes all coins on all platforms. So that way you just need to know one bot instead of many different ones. What were the beginnings of CoinKits and where did it all start? So let me explain it to you that way. The first steps of CoinKit were a Slack integration. Basically a simple Slack integration for TreasurCoin. TreasurCoin is my own coin. I founded it, so it was easy to work with CoinKit and TreasurCoin in the beginning, as we could modify the wallet accordingly and just have better tests and implementing features on the fly without the need of an external developers or external coins. So the first integration was Slack, basic tipping between users. Each user that got tipped got his wallet created by CoinKit. CoinKit creates custodial wallets, so we are owning all the coins and the keys, or managing, better to say, the coins and the keys for the users, not owning them. And yes, we also had implemented some little games like rock, paper, scissors, where you could set an amount of coins and battle for them. These features are still available in our current product, but only in Slack. So next up, we try to bring CoinKit to a broader audience. That's why we integrated CoinKit into Telegram and Discord. Integrating additional platforms is sometimes a little bit tricky because we love to comply to all rules, that our bot has a longevity and doesn't get banned from their platforms. So that was our first approach to get new users onboarded with these two platforms, as they're common for fast communications and also good for tipping. With these platforms in place, we had new users which attracted new coins. So on the way to our current state, we adopted more and more coins. The first were, besides TreasureCoin, were Nexus, Pivx, and Doge. New coins brought new problems with it, but yeah, we'll come later to that. But basically, we onboarded new communities and leveraged our reach that way. Then we came to Twitter. Twitter was a really key point of success for CoinKit. With the introduction of Twitter and monetized tweets, we were able to push our monthly about 10k tips to over 200,000 tips a month. Monetized tweets was the breakthrough in that case, because every retweet interaction resulted into a tip if the tweet was monetized, so the tipping just were going over our heads. Well, that brought a lot of problems, as you might know, so lots of tips within a short period of time, and lots of, we have right now 14,000 followers on Twitter, so we hit some limitations, some restrictions, which we had to work around and work with the platforms. That's where our problems came from. So, next up, the problems of CoinKit. I want to go through the problems we had initially and how we solved them, basically. First, we had created a company called Block Curators, and we had to figure out how to tax crypto, basically, how to accept crypto, how to convert crypto, and transfer it to a bank account legally. Besides that, sometimes you add a coin and you crowdfund the money, and then you can't do an invoice, which is needed for a company to be able to run legally and have a proof of funds. So yeah, that was really a struggle in first place, that you always have a person or a company where you can issue an invoice to. But we sorted that out really well and could move on. The next thing was the payment model. Our core principles were that our end users don't have to pay any fees. So we needed to figure out a payment model where we would still be able to run our service and cover all our costs without the user have to pay anything, or yes. So we came up with the payment model that each coin that wants to be integrated has to pay a yearly membership fee with us. So to stay in our ecosystem, the coin has to pay basically a membership fee that we pay for the server costs, the support, the upgrades, and yeah, the users using the coin. That way we could ensure that the end users or new users interacting with CoinKit don't have to pay anything. So zero fee policy for our users. Next point was scalability. I would like to separate it into two parts, like the platform scalability as well as the local wallet or blockchain scalability. With the integration of Twitter and monetized tweets, we had huge traffic surges on Twitter, which led to some restrictions as well as account being restricted temporarily from Twitter. We had lots of discussions with Twitter, we had support, and yes, we have to comply to all rules they set or else our account would be banned, so we highly like to comply with all of them. Kristen will go to some funny details or details what you have to look after if you want to set up a bot with Twitter, which isn't easy and you have strictly comply with all the rules. At peak times we had about 10 messages or 10 to 20 messages per second sent out by CoinKit, which Twitter didn't always like. So yeah, there were some issues, but we were able to solve them all and yeah, still be operational even with DMs on Twitter with CoinKit. The next is scalability of wallets or blockchains. If we introduce a new wallet, we make sure that it complies to our scalability or what the wallet needs to provide. Most wallets by default aren't able to do as much transactions as we need per second. Blockchains get always advertised. We do like 100 transactions per second. That's surely a thing. Who knows? But the wallet basically can't do it, a single wallet. So we had to find a technique how a single wallet can process multiple transactions per second without dying, basically. So we have coded unique features and unique solutions into each wallet. So so we are running custom wallets right now for each coin we have integrated. And the technical side of these aspects will be covered by Christian later. Next point is trust. Trust is a huge factor in crypto, as we are hosting custodial wallets and managing the keys and coins for our users. We have to build up trust that people deposit and use our service. We had kind of an edge on this situation because I'm and my partner are in blockchain space since 2013 early. I have a high reputational Bitcoin Talk account, which made it easy to onboard people to our wallet and try it out, basically. So trust might be a factor, but for us it wasn't that kind of a hard factor in first place, I would say. Last point of mine is copy. New innovative technology like monetized tweets get copied really fast, so you have to stay on top of your game. We like to deliver a different perspective or a different level of service. Like we like to deliver enterprise service for our product. So we have a dedicated team for features, we have a dedicated support, and we have a dedicated features team which is building CoinKit constantly. So yeah, we just on that point we try to stay on top of the game and be better than any competition that comes up. So I would like to hand over now to Christian, who is doing technology and the future of CoinKit.
Hey guys, I will be talking about the technology we use here at CoinKit. I would go over the setup first and then talk about the individual interface providers we're using. Basically, all our wallets are isolated with hardware, so we're not using containers or anything like that. They're all on separate servers because wallets sometimes don't work as advertised, especially if you put increased load on them. You will have a hard time if you have them on the same server or even on the same virtual container. That's why we decided to isolate them with hardware. Most of our wallets are Bitcoin based, but we also have other coins that use custom SDKs like Arc or Nexus, but mostly they just use the Bitcoin RPC. As mentioned in the next bullet point, we have a Node.js application that interacts with the wallet using the JSON RPC. We're using a custom Bitcoin Core package for NPM to access them. This is necessary because we're doing a large amount of transaction and the base JSON RPC doesn't really help us here, because it causes timeouts and crashes. In the wallets themselves, we also use a custom RPC in the wallet, so we are running custom wallet software. We recompile them for every coin we have. So that's basically the core of our system. And the transactions are also queued in CoinKit and not the wallets, because there's no internal queuing in the wallet software. If you hit them with like 1,000 or 2,000 transactions at a time, they will just fail no matter how much service you have, because you can't really run them on more than 2 cores. You can increase the RPC threads, but in our experience that didn't go too well. So that's just a sneak peek of the wallet software we use. Continuing, I'll be talking about the interface providers, so Telegram, Discord, Slack, and Twitter. Telegram and Discord, to be honest, they were a pleasure to work with. It's really easy to start a bot there. You won't have you really won't have any issues using Telegram or Discord. They don't restrict you, and the SDKs are very easy to work with. So if you want to start a bot or anything like that, try Telegram or Discord. Next up, Slack. First of all, if you want to publish a cryptocurrency application into the Slack App Store, forget it. It doesn't work. They don't allow it. We tried multiple times, but you can, however, distribute it, and this is within the rules. So just make your own site, and people can install it from there. Last but not least, our most used interface. And I called this slide "How to Not Get Banned by Twitter", because that's what the bot is all about. From a technical standpoint, integrating Twitter wasn't too hard. Not getting banned from Twitter, however, is really hard. So here's a few things that you should follow. Don't reply to a message more than once. So if user messages you in private or your bot, you can only reply once. There's no chance you can reply 2 times. They will just ban you. You also can't random message users. You can only reply to messages. What we were doing at the start was, when we tipped someone or someone was tipped on Twitter and you mentioned them, we also mentioned them. But we noticed that the user that was tipped didn't interact with the bot, so you're not allowed to tag them. We had to remove this after getting banned multiple times. The next thing, which might sound contradictory to the first message, is you can't send too much messages even if you're replying to the messages. So if 1,000 users message you in a minute, you can't reply to them. You will just get banned from Twitter even if you follow the rules. So keep that in mind. Also, don't query for Twitter data too often. Just cache them somewhere or predict them. Also, you can't post a lot like we do. We're having around 700 media posts a day, but you can only do that if you have more than 10,000 followers. Otherwise, even if you follow the rules, they will still ban you. Do add your phone number so you can unlock your account in case it gets banned. That's one of the most important things. You will get banned even if you follow the rules, but if you add your phone number, in most cases you will be unlocked in around 10 minutes or so. So that was just a sneak peek into the technology. I'll take a few minutes to talk about the future of CoinKit now. Basically what we have planned is CoinKit as a payment provider once we scale this thing up. Also CoinKit on a mobile or web wallet. And we're planning a whole CoinKit ecosystem in the future. Then up here, our business card. We were planning on giving them out on the conference, but since it doesn't work, we'll have them here as a slide. Feel free to scan the QR code. You will receive 1,000 Satoshi in return and start your wallet on Twitter. You need a Twitter account to make this work though. Otherwise, feel free to message us at coinkit@blockoperators.com, follow us on Twitter at coinkit_, or visit our website on coinkit.de. Or if you have questions about this talk, just message Oliver or me at the email mentioned above. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed our talk about CoinKit, and we hope that we can provide more details about the development further on. Yeah, have a nice day, guys.